guys, so first you're going to start out with your brown and white sugar, and then you're going to add in your egg and your egg yolk, and then you're going to add in your oil, and then you're going to add in your brown butter, and then you're going to give it a really good mix until everything is fully combined. So I say mix it about 2 to 3 minutes. And I'm just going to stop my mixer to scrape down the bowl as needed. So you can see now that the batter so far is light in color and thoroughly mixed. So that's when you know it's ready. So now you're going to add in your cinnamon applesauce, make sure it's sweetened, and your pumpkin puree, make sure it's 100% pumpkin. And then you're going to mix that really well until everything is fully incorporated. So now you're going to combine all of your dry ingredients and you're going to mix it thoroughly. The dry ingredients consist of the flour, the salt, the baking powder, the baking soda, the cinnamon, and the pumpkin pie spice. So now you're going to alternate between the wet and dry ingredients, always starting and ending with the dry ingredients. Okay, so this part is in real time. I want you guys to pay attention how I am not mixing until it's fully combined. I'm mixing it until it's almost combined, and I'm keeping my mixer at a low speed. You want to make sure that you do not overmix this batter. Okay, so before we add in the remaining wet and dry ingredients, we're actually going to add in the flavorings now. So for the vanilla and the butter emulsion, you can use whatever brand you like, but do not skip out on the cookie nut flavoring and then the Superior brand's vanilla butternut flavoring. I make these recipes on my own, and I will not put out anything that's not going to be the best. So to ensure that you make the best pumpkin cupcake recipe, just follow everything to the T. Do not alter anything, substitute anything, or add anything extra. Just make everything exactly the same way I'm doing it, and I guarantee you this is going to be the best pumpkin cupcake recipe ever. So here is me showing you again what it looks like, and you can order both of them online. So now that I've added the remaining wet and dry ingredients, I'm just going to remove my bowl from the mixer, and then I'm just going to whisk it by hand. This is supposed to be a really delicate and moist cupcake. It's not supposed to be dense, so just make sure you do not overmix it. So before I pour in my cupcakes, what I did here is I added some cinnamon sugar, and this is totally optional, but I wouldn't skip this step. So yeah, you can just make your own cinnamon sugar with some brown sugar, regular sugar, and some cinnamon. Okay, so now we're gonna move on and we're gonna make the cheesecake filling. So you're gonna beat your cream cheese until it's soft and fluffy. Okay, so now I'm adding in the sugar, and then I'm gonna beat that until it's fully combined, scraping my bowl in between mixing as needed. So now we're going to add in the remaining ingredients, which is the egg, the vanilla bean paste, and the vanilla, and then you're going to mix that until it's fully combined. So off camera, I just scooped 1/4 cup of cupcake batter into my baking cups, and now I'm just using a tablespoon of cheesecake batter. The recipe I created makes 12 cupcakes, but I only make 6 because honestly I'm just making this for me and my husband. He really loves the cupcakes, and I don't have any cake orders right now, so this is the best time to make this recipe. So here I'm just giving them a good swirl, and then I'm going to bake them on 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 22 minutes. Okay, so these are the cupcakes straight out the oven. Oh my god, these cupcakes are so good. I am so greedy. I could not wait, and I just had to take a bite. But don't be like me and just put the cupcakes aside. And now we're going to move forward and make the buttercream. Okay, so you're going to start out with some brown butter, and then you're going to whip it until it's really nice and fluffy. Make sure that you do not use regular butter. You actually want to make sure that you make brown butter, because the cupcakes with the buttercream is like the total package. So don't skip out on this step, and please make the brown butter. The best thing about making buttercream is that you don't need specific measurements. You can just add and adjust to your liking. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to add in some of the pumpkin puree, and then I'm going to add in some pumpkin pie spice, and then I'm going to mix that until it's fully combined. Okay, so now I'm going to add in some powdered sugar and some salt, and then I'm going to give that a good mix. And then I'm going to scrape down my bowl in between mixing to make sure everything is combined. So I'm just adding in some more powdered sugar and some vanilla, and then I'm going to give that a good mix. Hey guys, so I'm going to put you on to a little hack. So if you want to make your buttercream, cream cheese buttercream, and you don't feel like adding cream cheese in it, you're going to add some buttermilk. This is going to give you that really tangy flavor as if you use cream cheese. And this is what I use to thin out my buttercream, and it tastes so good. You would have thought I put cream cheese in it. But if you prefer to have the buttercream without the cream cheese taste, you can just add in some heavy whipping cream to thin it out. Honestly, I hope you guys make the buttercream exactly how I'm making it, because you can just smell it. My kitchen is so fragrant from buttercream, and that's crazy. So here I'm just adding in some cinnamon sugar, and then I'm just going to finish it off. So this is my absolute favorite part of my videos, is where I cut into the cupcakes so you guys can see how moist and fluffy these cupcakes are. And I know you guys know all of my recipes on my channel, every single one of them are my own cupcake recipes. I sit down and I write these up from my own head, and they're so good. Trust me, they're flavorful. They melt in your mouth, and this one is gonna knock your socks off. So if you make this recipe, tag me on Instagram at SweetGasmCakeArtistry. And again, man, like, my recipes are so good. I've been baking for over 12 years, and I've had my business for over 10 years now. And this is what I do. So if I come a little cocky, I really don't mean it. I'm just happy and very confident of my recipes, and I really love what I do. So yeah, you can just look and see this look at this. I couldn't even take a picture of both halves because it's falling apart. So yeah, this is by far, and I know that this is the best pumpkin cupcake recipe you'll ever find. So yeah, I really hope you guys try it so you can see for yourself. And thanks for watching.